Now, I think the other issue you asked is what measures should be done, going forward in terms of the schools. I think it's very important that we take actions. For example, we move away from policies and regulations to laws so that the offenses and penalties are well defined in law. That will really help us so that you say, for example, if you do not follow certain protocols and procedures, you don't have a fire extinguisher, how many students are supposed to be in a dormitory, should there not be a housekeeper or some adult, in that regard. All of those things will be rolled out by the relevant Ministry of Education. And so that then we tighten this whole issue. The issue of prevention is critical, but also the issue of culpability is also critical. So those are very, very important. I think you've also asked a question on court orders. We remain, committed to the rule of law, and His Excellency the President has honored many of these court orders, and that will continue to be a hallmark of our administration. He promised to do so when he took over the office, publicly at the stadium. So I think we are not backtracking on that. Actually, we have honored more court orders. We've obeyed them more and judgments than any other administration that I know of. It's really commendable. Let's not just pigeonhole maybe one or two incidences. For sure. Even myself, I had been appointed as CAS. But when the courts ruled otherwise, today I'm government spokesman. So I think let's just look at that. Even when we look at the issue of SHA, the court ruled against us. We're expecting by September 18 we can win the case, but we are only surviving on a court order on that one. So I think let's just agree that it's dicey. This new constitution, or Constitution of Kenya 2010, which is now 14 years old as of 27th of August, has jolted us into a new paradigm where really a lot of things may be determined through the judiciary. People are becoming increasingly aware and litigious. And we will continue to do so because even us, this administration, we won when actually we were declared winners on 5th of September after the Supreme Court declared that we won fair and square. So we also are a product of that court process, and we therefore, benefit that. But what we need to do, though, is to ensure that we also define public participation, because it's the one thing. 95% of all litigations that are going to court are as a result of this issue of public participation. It's a constitutional right, really, but then it needs to be couched in such a manner that it does not become detrimental to the advancement of the nation, so that then we don't keep on pulling ourselves backwards. For example, the SHA, the whole issue of universal health coverage was supposed to have been started on 1st of March. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now 1st of October. That is where there is a deadline. So you can see how much time we've lost because of these court cases. Yeah, so it cuts both ways. And we hope that also Kenyans can be more patriotic. And that's why I keep on insisting on that when I'm addressing the nation. I think coming to you, Jerry, I have already clarified that about the issue of the children. Jeff Priscilla, what a good name. I think you need to agree with me. The law provides for privately initiated partnerships, PIPs. So the Adani proposal was unsolicited. They have a track record of building other airports and public facilities in Australia, in many other jurisdictions, let me not mention them, from India. So they have made a proposal. We did not succeed in the Greenfields project. We were supposed to even pay 17, 18 billion in a court, I think, in Paris. We had us out of court settlement. We paid 614 million. Now we cannot just stay there. We have 11,000 acres of land at JKIA. These proposals seeks to have a new runway, second runway, hotels, but many things. And they will even be paying fees to the country. After a certain number of years, they will give us back our airport, and we will have benefited. You can see even our neighbors, Rwanda, they are doing very well in terms of coming up with such partnerships. No, we don't want to pay taxes, and at the same time, we don't want people to come and invest with us. What do we really want as Kenyans, fellow people? Let's have a debate. Let's have a debate, robust one. If there are clauses about the concessionaire taking all of the workers and having new terms, let's discuss them. That is why KAU, Kenya Association of Aviation Workers, Kenya Aviation Workers Union, had a meeting with Davis Chich of the CS and Muhammad Gar and even Kotu. They were involved, so that we discuss. Because where I come from, we say kuzungumziana ni kupendana. You have to talk, dialogue, constant engagement, going forward, but not just to be negative about that. On the issue of the quarry and the loss, let me leave that to the police. Allow me to kindly, respectfully do so, so that that will be answered in due course. Then the issue of rule of law, again, we are very committed. You said we did not address it, but I think I want to emphasize that we are actually following the law and ensuring that we do something like that. In fact, even the issue of public interest litigation, PIL, we also need to count that in law, so that it's very well defined. Just like even for governors, impeachment procedure bill. All of this, we need to put them together so that where there are lacunas, we provide for them. Mwenzangu Mustafa, nafikiri kutoka Horizon TV, umeweza kuuliza masuala ya moto. Nafikiri kanuni na sheria mpya zitawekwa ili kuweza kudhibiti mambo kama haya, kwa sababu ni kweli yamekuwa kitukia. Kama mwaka 2018 kama sijakosea, kulikuwa na shule 63 ambazo ziliweza kuchomeka mabweni yao. Kwa hiyo ni jambo ambalo tunafaa kuliangazia kwa undani zaidi kama serikali, tupate suluhu la kudumu, na ni vizuri tuweze kutoa kauli mbiu kwa wadau, hata wazazi wenyewe tuweze kutoa mapendekezo. Pengine kuna Mkenya ambaye ana suluhu ambayo tunafaa kulisikiliza, waweze kujitokeza na kuzungumza kupitia Wizara ya Elimu, ndiposa tuweze kupata suluhu mbadala fauka yale ambayo pengine tunaangazia sisi kama serikali. Nafikiri Fred from KBC, there is a law, the PPP law, that provides for such a framework. Because how do you finance development? How do you finance development? Is either you tax people, you borrow, or you have a private investor coming on board to invest with you. Those are the three main ways. Taxation, you could also have issues to do with levies and fees, as kind of some form of taxation, if you can call it that way. Now, we don't have fiscal headroom. We don't have capacity to borrow more, and we don't want to borrow more. We want a situation where if you have your own money, you come and put it in, and then through that, then we are able to finance our own development. Going forward, even for counties, we encourage them to do all sorts of revenue. So many PPPs